Welcome, everybody, to the 5-Star Wrestlecast. As Chris likes to say, it's a podcast about wrestling. I am Dave Gegerick. Thank you, Chris. I am Dave Gegerick. These are my tag team partners, Chris Sims, Travis Hobson. We had a busy weekend of wrestling, so let's jump right to it. First off, how are you guys doing today? How are you handling friggin' heat on the East Coast while melting?
Been a lot of news of people moving around and stuff.
Yeah.
The last couple of days.
Wrestling and too much heat.
Yeah. A lot of heat. So Chris and I watched Forbidden Door. Travis was in Parts Unknown doing stuff.
I had my fill of wrestling already between Night of Champions and the NXT pay-per-view. I was like, that's enough. Once
again, my only gripe with Forbidden Door is the same thing that I've had gripes with every AEW pay-per-view.
Too long.
Too long. 100% too long. I had to tap out because I'm an adult who has an adult job. I had to tap out at like 11:15 after the Mercedes Moné match and go to bed. And you know what? I sat there and tossed and turned for 2 hours. And I was like, I should be watching this. Well, I don't have a TV in the bedroom, but now I know it came out today. Tony Khan said now this is what I'm wondering. Tony Khan said he's going to start the next pay-per-view an hour earlier. Now, Is he going to start it? Wait, hold on. Is he going to start it an hour earlier and still go to 1 o'clock and just gives an extra hour of wrestling? Or is he going to end at a normal time for normal human beings? I guess we'll find out.
Is that All In?
No.
Or is it which one is it?
It's the one in Montreal, Canada.
Yeah, they just announced the name for it today.
Revolution. Yeah, okay.
No, it's not Revolution. It's a new...
Redemption.
Redemption? Okay. I got my Rees mixed up. Okay.
I think it's a brand new title, brand new name for a brand new for this one.
Okay.
So, overall, I loved the show. I was kind of shocked at the result of the cage match, which, Chris and I both loved the new circular cage. I thought it was a cool little innovation. I forget what they named it. AEW just applied for a trademark, and I forget what it was. I should write this.
It was like the Circle of Hell or something.
I thought it was like Death's Door or something.
Death's Door, that's it.
Death's Door.
You were surprised that the Briscoe team won?
I was.
Really?
Yeah, because I guess I don't want to see Mark take the L, which it's gonna happen tonight. I can't see them putting a little title on him.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, I other than who won, I love that. That may have been the best multi-team match I've seen in the last 5 years.
They pulled it off.
It had everything. Orange slices, Ness, Leo Rush chained in a bag.
I loved the bit where Willow sent them the orange slices as a little care package in the middle of the match. I thought that was
really cute
and a good way to acknowledge her for not, she couldn't be there. I thought that was really cool.
Well, also, if you saw, KOR was wearing Ishii's shirt, so he was also part of the match in a sense too.
They should have just put him in the match.
He was injured, supposedly.
I feel like he's there, but not really there. It just kind of sucks. I kind of wish he was wrestling. I'm going to wear my new Ishii shirt when I go to the G1, even though he won't be there. And just silent support of Ishii.
Maybe he'll be there. He just won't. He'll just be standing there. Just be like
he'll be off at some AEW event, not doing anything probably. I was expecting the Andrade turn.
Yeah.
I wasn't quite expecting it to go the way it did, but
with a shirt that said "fuck off."
No, it said "fuck Don" and "fuck MJF." Yeah. Which I was like, "Whoa, okay."
He must have been wearing that just in case, underneath. Maybe these guys will be cool, and I won't have to show them that I'm wearing this shirt.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, I don't know, where were they this weekend? They were in San Jose, right? They're in California. I don't know what the temperature was out there. But he was wearing 3 friggin' shirts.
And multi-pants, because remember his whole stripper gimmick.
Yes, that's right.
I made it a point to watch the Maya World and Monet match, Mercedes Moné match. Maya World got the rub of a lifetime in that match. Great for her. She can now be relegated back to ROH, teaming up with Hyon again, which is probably what's going to happen, sadly, because that's the way Tony Khan is. Sadly, again.
That toy is done.
Right.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Right. Yeah. So, shame for that.
he rode her dead brother as far as he could, and now she's going to go back to ROH. We'll see her in tag matches.
I hope they continue to use her. Can always use some fresh blood in the women's division. Honestly, they could use more than one match a show is what they need. But
yeah, I mean that's true. And the thing is that it shows how great Mercedes Moné is. And Maya World is a great wrestler, but Bret Hart almost style Mercedes Moné drove that match to make her look like $1 million. So you got to give Mercedes credit, and you also have to give Maya World credit.
Both of them, absolutely, both of them. They're both in the match together.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Mercedes Moné is still, I think, the best women's wrestler I've ever seen in my lifetime. She's just incredible. And AEW's finally found a way to use her. For the last year, she's been just amazing. So,
the storyline that she's lost all her belts and she's going for the one that she never won. I mean, that's a great story.
It's a great story for all the people that say AEW has no storylines. Their storylines are just different. Their storylines are different than WWE storylines. They're like New Japan storylines.
Yeah, I mean that was the whole thing.
Tony Khan loves New Japan, so I mean this is the way they do storylines. You don't do, somebody like getting electrocuted in the back and suddenly all they can do is spout catchphrases. That's not AEW style. The one time they tried that was when they brought in Matt Hardy to and he did the broken shit once, when he teleported once, and it was the most ridiculous thing that you never saw this shit again. So it's like, that's
you joke, but they have Timu Danhausen right now with Leo Rush. I mean, I feel that the reason why Leo Rush is getting this rub is because Danhausen, it's FOMO, fear of missing out, and that's not to make Leo Rush's character or his abilities any lesser. I just feel like that he and Tony Khan are taking the opportunity of Danhausen to give a Danhausen-esque character, and Leo is running with it.
But at least they're not trying to pretend like he's actually some sort of creature who's possessed. He's just a guy who's... I don't think they are. I think they're not... Because they've always asked, what changed this guy? What's changed him? There's they're not acknowledging that he's some sort of Gollum creature. They're just acknowledging that he's a guy who's changed. Which I think there's a subtle difference, and I think they're playing it just right.
Travis, he did go for MJF's ring in the tag match. I'm just saying, he did go for the ring. So yes,
they did. They actually did. Didn't they mention Gollum when he went?
Yeah, they did. And he was pointing to the ring, and he wanted the ring, and MJF's like, "You ain't getting my ring," and that was a whole thing. So
you're right. I mean, my mileage on this Leo Rush thing is pretty limited. I'm not a huge fan of it. I wasn't a big fan of him being included in the match like that. It makes sense in the larger scheme of things because of the way he's been interacting with Briscoe and his boys, the conglomeration. Yeah. So it makes sense. But I think that is a very, very limited run. I did not like seeing he was the ROH TV champion now. I think they put the title on him just to capitalize on his popularity for the moment. Like Travis said, AEW, it's not what they do. They had Danhausen, and they didn't do anything with him. So they're going to run this Leo Rush thing into the ground for a little while, and then he'll go away. Maybe he'll relegate it to ROH. Just fine. I know.
There's a good storyline in him reverting back if they want to do it. So, I mean,
exactly.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And giving him the title now makes sense because he is popular. And this is the time when you would do it rather than waiting 6 weeks from now when everybody stopped talking about it. I mean, this is the time to do it. So I don't blame them for that. If it gets Leo Rush some gold, the guy has been overlooked and just underutilized for so long. If this is what did it, because look, when we first saw him doing this, I was the first to say this is stupid, and I don't like it. But it's worked for him, so I can't knock it. But so much people are into it, and good for him. It's getting him on TV. It's getting him on ROH and AEW. So
he's continuing to do it on the indies too. So it's not like he's just in AEW and then he's himself. He's keeping it going. So good for him.
Yeah.
But it's just like I said, my mileage with it is pretty limited. So we'll see.
My question, he went over to England and did In Progress Wrestling. Did he have to check his black goo when he went over to England, or did he have to get some in England somehow?
He had English black. He just used blood pudding over there.
Is it blood pudding, or is he sourcing it out of every place he goes? Finds a den of goo.
Regional goo.
Regional goo.
Well, if he's in Baltimore, I can bring him some from Dundalk. I'll pick up a scoop in Dundalk. Leo, I got you covered, buddy.
Something else I liked that I saw on Forbidden Door was the return of Jay White.
Jay White, yes. Yes.
I like that first of all, I like that he came back. I'm happy to see him back. He's been gone for so long. And I really like Jay White. And I like that he came back. And what was basically the mirror of how David Finlay finished him off in New Japan. It was like exactly the same. And it was like, oh, this is perfect.
I love that Finlay knew it too. Like when he heard the sound, he was like,
turn around.
He was like, God damn, I know what's coming.
Yes.
I love it. I loved it. I'm glad to see
that was the best part of that match because it's time for Edge and Christian to fade away, man. It is time for them to go away.
Yeah.
I hope they do something with the Bang Bang Gang now that White is back. I love all 5 of those guys. I think they're fantastic. But, again, let's see how long Tony wants to play with those toys and if it goes anywhere. I mean, the dogs versus the Bang Bang Gang is great, but you need more dogs if you're going to have 5-on-2.
And especially with Gabe Kidd apparently trapped in Japan. I mean, it's like you only got the 2 of them. They need to add somebody else to the group. I mean, there's got to be somebody else they can add to the group that fits in. The sad thing is, the unfortunate thing is, all the people that would fit in are the Death Riders. So
exactly. And Drilla was there for the. I don't know how long Drilla is in America, but he theoretically could add to that if he wanted to.
Yeah, I love Drilla Ronaldo too. He's somebody who really won me over in the last couple of years. I didn't think that much of him, but he's really impressed me in New Japan. So.
Never seen him before.
Who won that El Sky team match? That's the only match I didn't really keep up.
Young Bucks won. It was a fun match. Everyone got their laurels in that one, but the Young Bucks won.
It seems like a match they could have given to New Japan because it didn't seem like they won that much.
The Bucks didn't need to win that one. That should have been. Right. We've been hearing for the last, 6 months. I guess there's someone over in New Japan who's complaining that. He didn't want to. I guess the champion doesn't want to do.
Yota Tsuji.
He boycotted the show. So
because he's like the New Japan guys don't get treated. They don't get as many wins as they should. Which
he's right.
Yeah, you can't disagree with him. I mean, it is AEW sandbox, but if you're going to have all these different federations come in, you got to give a little to them, and
they could have given that to Shingo and and Teton?
Teton.
Yes. Yeah, Teton. Yeah, they definitely could have done that. I would. Zack Sabre Jr. should have won. I understand why Kenny Omega won though, but but Jr. should have won without a doubt. I mean, he is,
and we all know that your girlfriend Tekla is going to win because it's Tekla.
She's awesome.
And Starlight Kid wasn't going to win that.
Starlight Kid looked good, though.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a good one I saw anyway.
He looked great. So
she pulled that mask off, spit in it or snotted in it, one or the other, and then tried to put it on the owner's head and the president's head. I'm proposing you through the TV. I'm like, marry me, you crazy woman. You're perfect.
No, don't do it.
Tekla versus Mercedes Moné, if that's the match we're going to get.
I think it is. I mean,
that has to be, belt. And that's going to be bitches versus bosses, and I love that.
Yeah, we're when are we going to AEW? Is it August? I think it's August.
It's August.
Is it before or after all? It's before. It's
right before. I think it's like it's the week before, so it's going to be the right before. So it's going to be a lot of going into All In, which is pretty awesome. It's the Raw versus before WrestleMania, which is.
I still feel like there's an outside chance that Tekla could lose that belt before that show. I just have this weird feeling, but
there's always a possibility.
Set up an even bigger match or one that's more.
But who would it be?
Yeah, who would be the bigger match for her?
I don't know, but I just feel like there's a chance. That's all.
It's not Shida. It's not Statlander.
I mean, Willow's almost ready to come back.
Shida, sadly.
Yeah,
she's a heel anyway. It's weird because you got kind of this heel versus heel dynamic.
Yeah,
so that's why I feel like there's a chance it could lose it.
It would be a good way to turn Mercedes Moné face again.
Yeah,
because Tekla. I mean, the promos between the two of them will be amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, Tekla's going to talk Mercedes under the table, but they're going to be great. I'm just thinking They're going to be in Baltimore the week before. So Tekla's going to be in town, so I'm going to have to take off work that day. Okay. I have to go wander.
You're bringing goo for Leo Rush and roses for Tekla.
I don't think she wants roses.
She
might want the goo
either.
All right, she might want the goo too.
You're gonna have to bring the heat if you want to get that, man. So
I was gonna say, I mean, wandering around the campus of UMBC all day.
You had to bring your A game for that.
Have you seen my crazy Austrian girlfriend?
Well, speaking of that, also we're going to see Will Ospreay going up, probably an MJF promo because Will Ospreay beat Swerve Strickland in what I think is the match of the night. Even though there was great matches, that one was the best. That was some of the best storytelling I've seen in a wrestling match in a while.
Yeah,
it was exactly what I expected, exactly what I wanted, and I was thoroughly happy with that match. You're absolutely right. I mean, you said it was the match of the night. Every match was really great, except the first match, the three-way triple threat tag team match. Whatever. It was fun.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, it really was your typical AEW pay-per-view where every match was worth watching, and you got a lot out of it. You know, there was not a stinker on even the pre-show. There wasn't a stinker. You know, you had Daniel Garcia and Drilla, who I'd never seen before, who I really dig, and I hope he does stick around. You had the women's tag match.
Did he do the Drilla Killer?
I believe he did.
He did, and I believe
that move is fucking nasty.
Yes, it is.
And then someone I've never seen before, Micah versus Sky Blue, and Micah's going to be on the TBS Championship Survival of the Fittest match that goes on tonight. So
I'm looking forward to that match. I'm looking forward to tonight's show. Period. There was another show that was on this weekend. NXT had the Great American Bash.
You know, that hurts my soul.
It really was yawn.
It hurts my soul.
Part, except for the lady behind me, Kendall Gray.
Yeah.
Who I continue to say is the most complete wrestler on the WWE roster. Main roster, NXT roster. She's just amazing. And she finally got the gold beating Lola Dice in a match that was pretty goddamn good. By far the best match of the show.
And on Tuesday, she actually did a really great promo, too, about the whole thing. And so, like, she seems to be a phenom. She seems to have all the tools. Now that Triple H is up there, like, I was always worried when somebody as great as Kendall Gray would come from NXT to WWE because she'd get Natty's old farting gimmick or something from Vince. But now, you know, it's speaking of Natty behind you, Natty Night Fart, which was a real gimmick, guys. That was a real effing gimmick.
I remember it, and I felt embarrassed and sad for Natty. I was just like, come on, man.
So bad.
But, you know, now if she goes up there, which hopefully is soon, you know, and she'll do really well.
I hope she gets a nice long run with the NXT title. But I feel like, because they desperately need some women on the main roster, like desperately. Yeah. I feel like they're probably going to hotshot her loss to somebody unexpected.
See, but that's why I think she won the title, because the loser of the title, I think, is going up because, you know, and also I think that a couple of the people that were on that pay-per-view who lost are going to go up. So
it seems like Tatum Paxley's on the losing streak on her way out. She lost again on Tuesday. She's just losing. I mean, she's probably on her way out. She's already waved goodbye to the fans like 2 weeks ago, and it's like, but she's still here. Which kind of reminds me of when Aleister Black hung up his boots and set his boots down, and if they're lost in AEW, and then he was still there for another 6 weeks. And it's like, what are you doing? But then again, he did the boots thing 2 or 3 times because he's so fucking weird. But
I think Tatum's going to go up to help Lyra Valkyria with her old crone gimmick that she debuted on Monday.
I think Tatum's too beloved for that. They can't bring her up as a heel.
No. See, that's the thing that you don't really understand. No one who watches Raw and SmackDown watches NXT, or at least very little. So you can bring somebody up with a gimmick and make her a heel, and no one's going to care.
I hope they're smart enough not to do that.
They're not.
That's the old Vince mentality. I think things are different with Because I don't think we've seen that drastic of a change since Triple H has taken over.
Yeah, I don't think Triple H is going to bring her up as somebody who would fit in with this version of Lyra. I think they're going to bring it up in exactly the way I said before. They're going to bring her up as a babyface, and she's going to go against Lyra, if she's on Raw, that is. She's going to go against Lyra because she's going to want to reconnect with Lyra, who was her friend last time they saw each other, and she's going to expect them to still be friends, but Lyra is going to be a selfish old bitch, like just the character she's playing now.
She looked like the pigeon lady from Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Yeah, like I said, she looked like a drama class understudy.
Well, that's the thing. It's like they uglied her up, which is weird in a sense because remember, Lyra has always worn really elaborate makeup, some really beautiful blush, and some like accoutrements and stuff, and sparkles and stuff. And they were like, no makeup, mess up her hair, give her the worst sweater we can possibly find. There you go.
What do you think about Lola Vice? It seems like because Damian Priest showed up in AAA like a few days ago. It seems like they're sending all the Latin wrestlers to AAA to some degree. Like,
although she's dating Priest, so she'll appear in SmackDown.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's how it is. I mean, they like to keep couples together, so they're going to. You'll see her on SmackDown probably in the next couple of weeks. I guarantee you.
Yeah, she's going to go to the main roster now. Are they ever going to bring up Connie Jordan, or is she just like, what is happening there?
I don't know. I don't know if she's good. Her and Jada Parker, like it's like they stalled out in a way that I haven't seen NXT talent do that in quite some time. You know what I mean?
Jada Parker is now in this horrible feud with Natty and this new stable, which now I guess Layla Diggs is officially a part of now too, I guess. So they just brought in all of Raw Records to be part of Natty's group. It's like, why is Natty there so much? Like, go away.
Well, it's better that she's there than on Raw. I'll take her in NXT training these kids, and she wants to work in the dungeon, which is like 5 minutes away from the Performance Center.
She should get fired when she loses to Kendall Gray next week. She should get fired. Like I said before, if you go down from the main roster down to NXT and you lose, you should get fired.
No.
I would love to see Natty show up in AEW. I mean, eventually show up in AEW and see what they can do with her.
Again, she's not. She's a lifer. She's going to be there. And when she retires or whatever happens with her, she's going to go train things for the WWE. I mean, her dungeon that she does with her husband is, pretty much a line directly to NXT at this point.
Yeah. Just weird. It's just weird. These people that who else? It seems like other people are going to be called up too. I think NXT is about to get raided again. So.
Well, Hank and Tank might after getting beat up, and Kevin Owens going, no one should be in this parking lot. Everything bad happens in this parking lot at NXT. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. You have hurt some major people there.
Well, Tank just pissed off Keanu Carver, so I imagine that Keanu Carver will get revenge and destroy him, and that might be what sends them packing to whatever show they end up being on. Whichever show they end up being on, it's not going to matter. They're going to suck on the main roster. So.
But, it's with Raw being as good as it was, I'm not sure where you're going to put these people. And also SmackDown is going back down to 2 hours from 3. So, you don't really have places there for them either because you've lost an hour. You went from 6 hours to 5 hours of programming.
Well, so I'm not sure. Remember, just because they bring them up doesn't mean they'll actually see TV time.
That's totally true.
How many?
I don't remember any of the matches from the show. I don't remember any of the matches.
I protested. I protested just out of memory of what the Great American Bash used to be.
Yes.
Oh, Tony D went against Naraku, which was a really, really lousy.
Sorry.
How's that eyeball doing?
Yes.
Is it still?
It's the worst makeup they could find near Universal Studios.
Whatever happened to Ray's popping out eyeball? Whatever happened to they couldn't pull that one out of there.
They found that and put it into Tony D's head.
Yeah,
perfect.
Really, really lousy. I still don't think Tony D's got it on the main roster either. He just doesn't have no charisma to me. I just don't think he has it.
Naraku was much better in that match, but that's because he's Naraku. He's evil. I mean, he's a veteran.
I tuned in. I flipped on NXT last night, in time to see him walking down the ramp, and I'm like, nope, time to go to bed. I was like, he has negative charisma, and even now that they've gotten past the whole stereotype, the whole typical Italian stereotype with him, he's still unwatchable for me.
Let's have him go back to the one and go, hey, I'm still boring. I'm a part of the FBI. We're starting the FBI again, full-blooded Italians.
Where's my
Morocco's going to be part of it.
I feel like he only has.
That's how the full-blooded Italians really were, by the way.
I feel like he only has a title because somebody feels like he should have the title because he's been there so long, not because he's actually most exciting. I'd rather somebody like Jackson Drake have the title than him. At least Jackson Drake is interesting in the ring and he has a funny character. I mean, I have no interest in anything Tony D has to say. His promos are so dull.
Mason Rook is better at this point. I'd rather see Mason Rook get it.
They're so basic, his promos, too. It's like promos that you would be saying if you were on LFG. And somebody was like coaching you. It's like, it's so bad. So bad.
He's been there, my God, how long has it been? 10 years?
5 years?
No, it's 4 or 5 years. He debuted on the first, or did vignettes in the first NXT 2.0 episode. So
yeah, the Nickelodeon NXT.
The Nickelodeon, the New Day episode.
Because that was definitely me going, this is not my NXT anymore. I don't belong here. I don't belong here anymore.
Yeah, it's not good stuff.
What good was Raw, by the way? I don't know if you guys watched that, but there were some great parts and bad parts about that. But the beginning and end of Raw were two things that set up some major things for SummerSlam. But also at the same time, like I think they were the best parts of Raw, which was Oba and a surprise Brock Lesnar, and then a match until that day I didn't know what was going to happen for Roman Reigns, but we're getting a rerun of him and Seth Rollins.
Okay, so yeah, I have to agree with you on one thing. Seth Rollins gave maybe the best promo from in ages. But my favorite part of Raw had nothing to do with any of this of the stuff that was actually good. My favorite part of the show was the utter dissing of Austin Theory.
Oh my God, that was great!
Fucking hilarious because it's like rolling out the future for him. It's like, hey, Paul Heyman, you're back, man. Hey, you're back. Why didn't you tell me you're here? Paul Heyman's like, well, now you know I'm here.
Now you know, and walks off. And I was like, I guess the vision's done.
And the vision is dead.
And then Austin Theory goes and starts hanging out with Maxine Dupree, who also loses, and her push is like vanished, evaporated. And it's like two people who just suck. And you're just like,
wait, do we want to see that romance? No. Why is that romance happening? No.
Austin Theory was like, talked like he was too good for this like pairing. He was like, maybe this thing isn't working out. It's like, you suck. Where are you gonna go?
Lydia and Billy Kidman, has there been a worse couple?
So bad. I love the way he got dissed. Was that like them signaling the end of the vision? That felt like the end of the vision.
I think so. It has to be.
Yeah. I mean, for Heyman to do what he did and just like leave it and walk away from it, it is dead in the water.
That felt like the end. That felt like we're not going to see Braun for a minute. It felt like
Braun's supposedly back next week.
So. Well, we'll see. We'll see how he comes back. Like, does he come back? Because he was completely on his own for that cage match with Seth. Yeah, and maybe that was their way of letting us know, like, this is him kind of separating. Logan Paul might come out on his own. We might. It seems like the vision is done.
I mean, I would have
Theory needs to go away.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best way to do it would have Braun come out, start cutting a promo. Austin Theory come out and be like, hey, buddy, Vision, buddy, and Braun absolutely annihilating him and throwing him out, and that's the last we hear of it.
Logan Paul comes out and goes, hey, what's going on? And then he kills him too. So
I'd be totally fine with that one. I was hoping the Joe Hendry route and get him fired, but I'll take him getting annihilated.
They should have Austin Theory come out, try to talk to Seth Rollins, and try to make up with Seth Rollins. Then Becky Lynch comes out and puts him in like manhandle slam, and then like makes and that'll be the end of Austin Theory.
But getting back to Rollins for a second, you're right. It may have been one of the best promos he's done in quite some time. And the other part about it is that everything he said was pretty much true. Like, I had no want for a Rollins Reigns match at SummerSlam. Zero. Absolutely. By the end of his promo, I was convinced as much as Roman Reigns that this needed to happen.
It was interesting to hear Seth like openly talking about like the end of his career.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what he was alluding to. Like, this is, we got more time, behind us than ahead of us. He's mainly talking about himself. I mean, of course, it's the truth. Same is true for Roman, but Seth, for sure,
they're in their 40s, man. He's right that there is new crops pushing up, and they're going to have to start going away. I mean, that's a sad fact. They've been on top for 15 years now. I mean, that's how it works.
Yeah. What'd you think about it, Dave?
I liked it. It like with you guys. I thought it was going to be Oba Femi was going to be doing double duty, and then when we got Seth and Roman, I was like, I saw the promo, like, let's do it, and let's see where they move forward from that too, because Seth isn't winning the title, so I'm curious to see how after that promo where he goes.
He makes it seem like he's done after this match. That's
I was going to say,
sound like, and maybe he is.
Does he come out Monday night and say, "That's it"? And does he leave his boots in the ring on whatever night that they are going to headline? Saturday night, probably.
Well, we're going to get a double boot. We're going to get Brock Lesnar's boots or Brock Lesnar's tattoo in the ring, and then he's just going to rip it off. He's just going to take his shirt and his chest and go.
He's just going to skin himself live on paper.
Right on the boot. The green shirt guy is going to get the tattoo just thrown on him.
That was the other development that had the internet going crazy. The Brock Lesnar Oba Femi challenge, which is going to be a Hell in a Cell match at SummerSlam. Yeah. Okay, first of all, the logic behind it for Oba Femi is moronic. Oba Femi's an idiot. I mean, anytime somebody gives up their title shot, they're an idiot. I understand why WWE is doing this. They probably want to hold his match for an even bigger show. WrestleMania. He might not take that title match until WrestleMania.
Or Survivor Series, something like that.
Supposedly they want it for like an A show, which I guess they don't feel like SummerSlam is it, which means that it's probably not going to be Survivor Series. It's probably going to be something bigger. But still, like, just like the internal logic is dumb. It's like, you got a world title shot, but hey, I'm going to set it aside because, the future's set in stone for me. It's like, it's not how it ever works for anybody. But
yeah, you say that, but the thing is that I like the confidence they gave Oba Femi in this. It's like, the title shot can happen anytime. I can do Brock Lesnar right now.
That makes titles seem worthless. And it also makes
beating Brock Lesnar? Yeah,
it also makes it seem worthless when you're like, title match. Oh, well, you do that later. No, that's not the way it's supposed to work. The title is the thing that you're supposed to be there for, not just beating Brock Lesnar. You know who you can always beat anytime you want to? Brock Lesnar. You can beat him some other time too.
I mean, it's if they're, and I saw that today too. They're hoping for it to be next year's WrestleMania, and I'm thinking that's a long ways away.
Long way.
A lot can happen between now and then. Someone can get really injured. Something else could. I mean, that's the biggest factor. One of those two could get injured and screws up your plans.
Somebody get injured. Somebody could catch fire and
exactly
and supplant him.
You could have a WrestleMania or a Kofi Mania happen. It's happened twice.
Or we could continue to see Oba Femi be exposed because he's not good. He's not good.
See, it's good. I will fight you on this. Oba Femi is better than you think.
You are definitely the low man when it comes to Oba Femi in this group. I like Oba Femi, but I don't necessarily think he's awesome. But I like his character. So
I am sitting here with Oba Femi hands and Oba Femi
and I will, as my caveat, I will say I did not watch him in Nickelodeon XT. So I don't know what he's capable of, but what I have seen of him on the main, what's that?
Natty XT.
What I've seen of him on the main roster has been extremely underwhelming. Right after was it WrestleMania, the day after when Travis suggested he come out on that Raw, take out Roman Reigns. That I think would have been the best way to do it for him. Absolutely. Would have been the best way to put the belt on him and go forward with that, because you can have him do squash matches as champion and work it that way.
Yeah.
I don't have, how many times have we seen plans like that go so sideways for various reasons?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to do it, and I thought, I mean, for the longest time, SummerSlam wasn't a show.
Yeah.
It was basically the summer WrestleMania.
It is a show. That's why it's 2 nights.
Yeah, but if they're saying it's not.
I'm still amazed that they're not taking advantage of the opportunity to have Oba Femi on both nights. I'm really surprised. And there's still a part of me that thinks they might change those plans at some point between now and then. But right now, I'm like, okay, whatever. This is what you want.
I mean, if you
want to make Roman and Rollins a triple threat match, steal the greatest steal of the year with WrestleMania and Rollins, and have Oba do that and beat them both. I mean, that would be poetic.
I mean, think about how Seth won his first title.
That's what I mean.
Money in the Bank. So that would be a cool little karmic callback if they make that happen. But I feel like they want to promote it more than have that surprise, because it's not like the Money in the Bank. So
the biggest news of the week we haven't touched upon yet. Nikita Lyons winning the Evolve Championship, I think from Wendy Chu.
I thought you were saying Eric, what's his face?
It's the biggest news of the week. Bigger than Forbidden Door, bigger than everything. Nikita Lyons.
She won one! Yay!
She won one, and it was for gold. So from here, obviously, she will move on to the main roster. She will beat Stephanie Becerra on her first night, and then she will roll up Becky Lynch for a free win, and then she will be she'll have all the gold by
headline night 2 of Survivor Series. Is that what you're saying?
Give her own pay-per-view, Lion Mania.
Maybe this is just how I would book it. Maybe so. I don't
know. I think you're getting your 2K26 confused with reality.
I think
she can't win. She can't win in my 2K6 league. I keep trying to put her in matches.
Sucks.
She can't win.
She even loses in video games.
Her rating is so low. She don't win no matches. I keep trying. I keep trying to put her in matches. She won't win. She's getting blown out. Like, God damn it, Nikita. Getting killed. Sucks.
Nikita, you got to give Travis something. Come on.
I know.
He's your only fan.
Man. Trying to help her out. Trying to get her something.
Send him a care package.
Man. Anyway. All right. What else is going on? Something else that we haven't talked about, that we talked about, the people moving around.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff going on. Big Cass done in AEW. Coming back to WWE. Looks like he's coming with Enzo. So that would be something good for the tag division for a couple weeks before they get tired of that.
Baron Corbin is finishing up with MLW. He's the tag team champion. They're going to say that he's leaving, so he might be going back to WWE. And then a bunch of people are leaving TNA right now.
Mike Santana is done.
Yeah.
Mike Santana is
champion.
He just lost to fucking Dolph Ziggler again. The fact that they put the belt on Dolph Ziggler is like, again? Really?
Hey, call him the wanted man, Nick Nemeth. Use the right term for him.
Wanted by who? He's not wanted by me. He's not going to make me watch that show.
What's the how much longer does TNA have?
Less than a year. They're going to be bought by somebody. They have to be bought by somebody.
There's a funny person on Twitter who, when one of the current administration's cabinet starts getting some heat, they put, who's going to last longer, this head of lettuce or this person?
Yeah.
I'm going to get a head of lettuce. Who's lasting longer, the head of lettuce or TNA?
Whoa! Head of lettuce is going to win against TNA at this point.
Absolutely.
I mean, the thing is that it feels like any time that you have a business that is looking to be selling, they're streamlining stuff. Yeah. They're getting rid of people that might be problematic.
You cut costs, make yourself
exactly.
Look and getting rid of a mega talent like Eric Young, I mean, that's just you're dead in the water at that point.
You say that, but Eric is a TNA original. Eric is one of the best people that has ever wrestled.
He's very versatile.
Yes, he's very versatile. He's a good coach and probably a great producer backstage. You know, his knowledge was well worth having him on there losing matches.
I mean, I will admit I love Sanity when they came out, and I loved all of his serious stuff on TNA. I think he plays a really good lunatic, a really good, threat, but
Yeah.
he's Eric Young.
I always liked that. I thought he was one of those guys who, he had the maniacal side of him, the lunatic side of him. But even when he was playing like the straight up serious guy, like you always felt like the other stuff was like just beneath the surface. Like he had a really good handle on his character. Like even he had that recent group he had like with the late Joe Doring now, I guess, and the other guy whose name I don't remember, but that group was
The
effective.
hometown man.
Yeah, that was a group was effective in TNA for quite a while.
It was great. And then sadly,
really
Joe Doring got brain cancer and had to go out, and that had to go away. And everyone in there was pretty darn good. You're right.
Yeah, just passed away recently, just in the last few days. It's really sad. But yeah, Eric Young is he's one of those guys who's going to be, as long as he wants to be, he's going to be like he's going to be working for somebody. He's one of those guys. So like if he doesn't work in WWE, they'll hire him in TNA, ROH, somewhere where he can use that knowledge, spread that knowledge around. Because the guy's good. He can come out tomorrow and start a new like Canadian stable and be like their mouthpiece, and I'd be like, okay, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You joke, but he might go up to Maple Leaf Pro with Scott D'Amore.
That would be perfect.
Yes.
I mean, if there's anywhere that would welcome him with open arms, it's the former leader of Team Canada.
Fuck yeah, I kind of love Team Canada. Anyway.
Yeah, I did enjoy that too.
Yeah. So Mike Santana leaving though. I'm former world champion, like you said, just lost to Nick Nemeth. I'm sure that match was stellar.
It was okay. It was all right. I mean, the pay-per-view wasn't that great.
TNA's unwatchable right now. It just really is for me.
And Uhaa Nation lost to Mustafa Ali.
He lost?
Uhaa Nation, the Apollo Crews.
Yeah.
And he lost?
He lost?
He lost his first match. So
well, enjoy low mid card on TNA too. There
is he inked to a deal, or is that just like a one shot appearance? I feel like they're all one off deals.
I mean, at this point, everyone on TNA could be a one off deal.
Well, that's true. Shane McMahon could come in at any moment.
Yeah, it seems like they all are working like per appearance for the most part. Like most of them.
That's the thing is that most of them last year signed like a 1 year or like a 6 months to 8 month deal. So they are doing like almost per appearance at this point.
Because Sonya Deville, like her deal is up already, right? Isn't she like leaving?
Yeah, she might leave too.
Yeah,
and it's been about 6 months, hasn't it, since they've been on TV?
Yeah, 6 to 8 is like their limit right now.
Which probably means Elena Black is probably close to her deal being done too. All those people that we were making a big deal about when they signed, like when we first started doing this podcast, like this Los Ingobernables, all those people are like leaving already.
And we're still here. So suck it. We're still here.
The head of Cabbage and 5-star Wrestlecast. Better than TNA. We'll last longer than TNA. Mark my words.
Straight we will. We pay better too, probably.
And didn't Xia Brookside just win the Knockouts title?
Yeah, she beat Ling. What's her name? Ling?
Wei Ling.
Yeah.
She was
Can't
in
remember
NXT
what her
for a
name
minute.
is.
She was hot.
But she's really good.
Yeah, no, Xia Brookside is really good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm just kind of like.
Now, there's another name coming up that potentially coming into WWE. Hiromu Takahashi.
Are they still talking about that happening?
Yes. So there was a trademark for a Japanese name that meant like explosion or bomb that just came out by WWE. So there is
definitely Hiromu.
Yeah, that had to be. It like translated. Yeah, it to like grenade, or I forget what it was called, but there was a trademark for a Japanese term for explosion. So it has to be time bomb.
Yep. Okay.
And so, bringing him with Naraku would be interesting. And I don't know if you heard the spoilers for what's going on Friday. They taped the SmackDown after Raw so that the people on SmackDown could have a nice 4th of July. But Finn Balor was
so anybody, hold on. Anybody who doesn't want to know, there's about to be a spoiler. So mute us for about a minute or two here. Go ahead.
Finn Balor got attacked by two people who used to wear face paint and were in my family tree. So,
didn't we say this is probably going to happen? They're going to wrestle each other first and then become a group?
Exactly. That's what's, as you predicted, that's what's going to happen. So there was an attack by Finn Balor by are they not Samoans? What are they?
Tongans. Right?
Tongans. Thank you. I couldn't remember if they're an island monsters. So Talatonga and yeah.
Isn't and okay. You can come back now. Spoilers are over. I also saw Thrilla. What's his name? Zilla Fatu. Is that who it is?
Yeah, Zilla Fatu may be joining as well, which, again, Zilla Fatu is troublesome to me because Zilla, from people I know who have worked with Zilla thinks more of himself than should at this point.
Very controversial, Zilla Fatu. A lot of stuff, a lot of backstage stuff behind the scenes about Zilla Fatu that probably is what's kept him from being in the big leagues before now.
Where does he fit into the family tree?
He is Umaga's son.
And Umaga, where does he fit in? He was
Umaga is the
uncle.
That is the uncle or cousin of Roman Reigns or what, brother? I can't remember. No, Rosie. Oh Jesus! Okay, let's figure this out.
Sorry, Travis. You're gonna
if you ain't got the Anoa'i family tree like graphic up, then you don't even bother. Don't try it.
He's tattooed on my back. Hold on.
Just know that he's in there. Just know that he's part of the group.
Solid blood. Okay.
He's the son of Umaga. That I know for a fact. He is the son of Umaga.
I think Umaga was Roman's uncle. So
no, he's Roman's cousin, I believe.
Oh Jesus!
It's too much.
Anyway. So
who's on first? Umaga. Who's on second? Roman Reigns. No.
Do you think the Usos and I mean in real life backstage? Do you think Roman and the Usos and Jacob Fatu can keep him under control? Can kind of bring him to heel, or is he going to be that much of a problem where he's
NXT first?
Yeah, he has to go NXT first. The thing is, he is really green still. I think he's only wrestled a couple of years. I don't think he had. I mean, do the Solo Sikoa route, route. Put him in NXT first and then bring him up.
There's an overload of bloodline stuff going on in the main roster. I mean, they just can't add another one right now. It's just too much.
That's the other thing. I don't know what the F is going on with the bloodline at this point. Are they good guys? Are they bad guys? Are they kind of good guys? Are half of them good guys and bad guys?
I don't think WWE knows either.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think they're aware. We talked about it before over the last few weeks that they feel different from show to show. Like they act different on Raw than they act on SmackDown. There's like, I don't know what's going on with them. So
it almost feels like they're like whatever WWE needs them to be on a particular show.
Yeah,
which isn't good because you don't have a defined character. They're not like Stone Cold. You're not like Steve Austin, who's definitely was in that gray area for a while. I like Roman better as a heel. So I think that's what they need to do.
Better as a heel. The sad thing is, it's affecting other people. Though, like I don't really know what LA Knight is right now either. Like he kind of act like a heel on Monday too. And
I don't know.
So it's cool. What the hell is he doing? I don't know. It's just the whole thing's weird. I mean, I in general, I don't need people to be one way or another because that's not how people are in life. But at the same time, when you're looking for crowd reactions, you do kind of need somebody to be something. And playing in the middle of the road for too long just doesn't work. And WWE's been playing in the middle of the road with these guys for too long.
You've got to pull a trigger one way or the other on at least half of them, and if that becomes, NWO Bloodline and Wolfpack Bloodline, so be it.
Yeah. Jey Uso's weird too right now too. I don't understand.
Yes, he's been weird. Like they've been trying to tease him being heel and Jimmy talking him down, and there's been a lot of very iffy going on with this whole bloodline. Like I don't know whether it's by design and they've got a grand plan, which I don't think the WWE has the capability to do right now, or they're just like whatever.
They really need to get Road Dogg back in the creative room.
He's too busy putting TNA in the ground.
Straighten this stuff out.
He's going to take TNA to number one, baby. He's taking TNA straight to the top. They're going to get the Netflix deal.
Is he with them? Really? He's not with them, really, though, is he?
No, but it's talk that he is. And with Conan going to the Hall of Fame, one of his 3 live crew members, sans legs, sadly, it's a good chance he might be there.
The last thing I saw right before we came on was they're just waiting for them to agree on a contract. So it's all but done.
TNA is going down the drain, but they want to make sure they get that key Road Dogg signing first.
Well, they want to bring in the new age outlaw demographic. He's going to put asses in seats.
It's like the Titanic scraping an iceberg before it hits the it hits the shelf.
Right. All right. So before we wrap up, we have Dynamite tonight. We have 2 matches.
Yeah.
2 matches. The first one's a TBS Championship Survival of the Fittest, which is Micah, Harley Cameron, Hikaru Shida, Persephone, Kris Statlander, and Queen Aminata.
This feels like Shida.
Yeah, I think so.
Shida or Statlander.
Yeah, I'm going to go Shida or Harley Cameron.
I wish Harley wins.
With Harley getting that surprise win over what's her name?
Marina Shafir,
I thought that was a good jumping off point. But with Shida, they've been going the road with her. So I think it's going to be one of the 2 of them.
And she's on a mission. The heel turn has been fairly successful for my ex-wife, Hikaru Shida. So I think she seems like she's due for some gold. She's like the winningest world champion, other than maybe Toni Storm, or maybe they're tied for who's won the most belts. World champion.
I think Tony's won it 4 times. I think you're right there. I think they're tied.
4,
yeah. But she seems like she's due. I always say when somebody turns heel, you reward the heel turn.
Yeah.
So I think she wins, probably pins Harley Cameron. Most likely, I would think, or maybe she pins Kris Statlander because that's the one she seems to have the biggest beef.
Well, that they just had that street fight a couple weeks ago, so there's always that possibility that that's who she pins. And then you have MJF versus the Chicken, and the Chicken shall lose.
Yeah, that bums me out. I want him to win so bad, but I just he could win tonight, lose it to whoever they want to go to. All In at the next pay-per-view. You could have him win it and then lose it to Kenny Omega at the pay-per-view. You're giving Mark his roses. Yeah. And that really is what Tony has been all about since Jay passed. Is giving Mark his roses, because I love the Briscoes. They are great, were great. I did not see Mark Briscoe getting to where he is at in AEW. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to cast aspersions on him, because I love he was my Wrestler of the Year last year, but it seems like Tony has got a very, very soft spot in his heart for Mark, which I'm happy about. Does that carry over to give him the title for just a month? You give him the taste of it, and then you move forward.
You say that, but there is counter programming tonight, because tonight at 8:00 is the USA Soccer match that everyone's going to be watching. So if you wanted to put butts in seats or make people fear of missing out another AEW thing for watching something else, you're going to put the title on them possibly.
Yeah. And it's a feel-good moment. It is absolutely a feel-good moment, because you would have the conglomeration come up, hoist them up on the shoulders. You could throw the graphic of Jay as ROH champion up on the screen. It would be an absolute feel-good moment. Does he win clean?
Mick Foley winning the championship against The Rock.
And it's right before, they just announced this other pay-per-view, so you don't have to have Mark go into All In as your champion.
I'm going to tell you why that's it's not the same as Mick Foley winning. It's not the same, because at the time they were trying to wrest the ratings back from a competitor. You're not trying to wrest the control from a competitor. You're going against the World Cup. You're not going to have that kind of title change on a night like tonight when you might have record low ratings. You're probably not going to do that, unfortunately. And I like Mark Briscoe. I'll be the first to tell you, I didn't give a shit about the Briscoes when they were in ROH. I just didn't. They just weren't my style. But I've grown to really love Mark Briscoe in AEW. And do I see him as world champion though? No. But what I want to see him do I want to see him keep winning gold because he's won gold. He's won plenty of gold in AEW. He's done really well. I want to see him start having some matches I didn't think I'd ever get to see him see. I want to see him go against Will Ospreay. I want to see him go against guys I've never seen him go against. I'm hoping they can figure out a way to do that. Because I really want to see that match in particular, Mark Briscoe versus Will Ospreay. Because I don't think I've ever seen it.
No, I don't think it's
ever a great match.
If it was early in Ospreay's career in ROH.
Right. It's probably something that may have happened and I just didn't see it, but I've never seen it. But I want to see it in AEW.
Now, and the thing that makes me think that this could be a Mark winning the championship and going and losing it at the pay-per-view is where is the next pay-per-view at?
Is it like on a farm somewhere?
Nope, it's Montreal, Canada. Who is the biggest?
It's in the chicken farm.
It's Montreal, Canada, and who is the biggest Canadian star in AEW?
Lance Storm.
Chris Jericho.
Lance Storm. No,
Lance Storm. Nice pull, Chris. Good pull.
No, it's Kenny Omega. So if you wanted to give a feel-good moment of Mark Briscoe versus Kenny Omega winning it, I mean, I don't see why you would do that with MJF and Ospreay being a perfect match for All In. So,
well, I think I'd heard a rumor the plan for All In was Omega Ospreay because remember those two have been back and forth a little bit. You've seen the backstage interactions between the two of those, which has been kind of setting something up. And if I remember, my first exposure to this version of Will Ospreay was the match he had with Kenny Omega at one of the pay-per-views. And those two put on a hell of a match. And Omega, if he's back, and he seems like he's back and 100% healthy, and you've got Will Ospreay who's back and healthy, and they stay that way until All In, there's your main event. That's going to put asses in the seats. And you can always have MJF versus Andrade at All In. Because if Mark wins, I think it's going to be because of Andrade. I think Andrade comes in and does something.
Yeah, the Andrade factor does throw a potential monkey wrench into everything that we're talking about here. So I'm curious to see. I'm really curious to see where they're going to go with Andrade overall. Because I don't know if I see him as world champion in AEW, but certainly not right now, not right this month, not like right this moment. I don't. So I don't know.
No, he's down the road. He's going to be another one who's going to be in between the major ones, the title. Yeah.
And Jesus Christ, when is Kyle Fletcher going to get his shot?
Right?
Never.
Overdue for a world championship.
Way overdue.
Long overdue.
Way overdue. Yeah. And I was campaigning for that months ago. He should have been there, and then he got hurt.
He was the hottest heel on AEW for months.
Yeah.
He got the TNT title during that time. But Jesus Christ, he should have lost it and then moved up to the world title. He immediately started talking about the TNT title again. I was like, what? No, talk about other belts.
He should 100% be in that world title picture.
Yeah.
Omega, the clock on Omega is ticking. I have a feeling he's going to win this. It's going to be his last title reign. At that point, he's going to back off a little bit. He might become the special attraction like Danielson was.
Yeah.
And that's when you elevate it.
Kyle should defeat Kenny Omega on his march to the world title. That's what she is.
Who's going to go first? Kenny Omega, Seth Rollins, ahead of Cabbage.
Kenny. I think Kenny, because that diverticulitis, it can still be a ticking time bomb.
It is.
And I think he knows his time is limited. Tony knows his time is limited. You put the belt on him. You get the feel good in Canada, like you said. Then you get the main event at All In. Will Ospreay gets that. That sets up Kyle and Will down the road.
Kenny's got a lot of stuff he can do backstage in AEW. He's
absolutely.
He's not going anywhere. Once he's done, he'll be working his butt off doing shit for AEW. So
Kenny is a master of his own destiny. No one's forcing him out. He's leaving because he probably feels he has to. He wants to.
Exactly. And a guy like that, you don't want to wrestle when you've lost a step, which he has lost a step. He's still great. Like nobody's timing on a knee is better on a knee strike is better than Kenny Omega's. He needs to go talk to Trick Williams and teach him a thing or two. But him and like Tommaso Ciampa, like their knee strikes are just nutty. They're like New Japan knee strikes. Well,
real fast.
Of course, was in New Japan for a long time, but they're just amazing.
Maybe I was wrong. and maybe I'm misremembering it, but weren't we supposed to get Chris? Are you frozen? Chris is frozen.
I'm here.
Okay. Sorry, you look frozen because you would know. Weren't we supposed to get Ciampa and Jericho at Forbidden Door?
Yeah, but I think they pushed it back because of Montreal, Canada. Where do you want Ciampa to be versus one of Canada's finest people?
It might be the only place that match gets a reaction. So
okay,
and it's also the only place where Ciampa would be the bad guy.
Chris Jericho's return has been.
Oh God!
So anyway,
I so didn't want to see him in there. Anyway, yes.
All right, let's wrap it up and get out of here. It's been another fun show. Good connecting with you guys again. Talk about some wrestling. This is the 5-Star Wrestlecast. I'm Travis. That's Chris. That's Dave. You can find us on YouTube. Thank you to everybody who has been subscribing and watching the videos. We really appreciate it, and especially all of you who've been listening to the podcast as well. Thank you, everybody. You can email us at 5starwrestlecast at protonmail.com. All right, we'll see you next time, hopefully later in the week. But there are no shows this weekend, so we're going to have to figure out something to do.
God!
For one weekend, there's no wrestling. So.
Oh my God! Yeah. Hey, if you enjoy the podcast, tell a friend who you think will enjoy it too.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely. We're just having fun talking wrestling. We don't take it too seriously. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Later.